And what a beautiful day. I'm the king of all time. And nothing is impossible in my all-powerful mind.
What this project was about was the Crystal Maze. So we looked at taking the themes from TV and making that into the reality of an activity weekend. We planned all sorts of things, a scavenger hunt where the children had to go and find various different things out in the wilderness and collect them. We did things like a bonfire and building that and chopping the wood for that, and we did parachutes, we did problem-solving activities, we did water-based activities. So there was a real mix of stuff that we did.
This morning we've been going on a scavenger hunt to try and see who can find all the objects first, which are all these. And the girls won, and the boys are losers.
We were supposed to be having a real mix of disabled and non-disabled children who were brothers and sisters. We actually ended up with the non-disabled siblings. And it was a really, really interesting and eventful weekend to run. You know, I've worked in social care 15 years, and I think we generically always talk about respite for parents or respite for the disabled child. And actually, I don't think I've ever heard about respite for siblings. So coming away from that weekend and reflecting on it, you know, some of the stuff that came out from that weekend from those young people showed me that there is a real need out there for this type of thing to continue.
Okay, so you've got a very sort of in-depth knowledge about disability then.
The workshops was something that we put in as an extra, because what we wanted to do was give the children an opportunity to explore with other people who shared experiences like them what it might be like to be a sibling and have a disabled brother or sister, or what it might be like to meet people who also share that experience. So I'd got some reservations about how best those workshops might work. I have to say I was really surprised about how successful they were. You know, it was so interesting and engaging to see how the children were thinking about their family dynamics, thinking about the impact that their brothers and sisters were having on their lives, and even down to building the plasticine Lego models of their family. And that showed that actually this weekend was different. It wasn't a PGL, it was about children sharing experiences with other like-minded children.
It is about having time out, really, and having the chance to really talk about their experiences, as well as doing all the kind of physical activities and the fun activities, but kind of mixing it up into one package that's kind of separate from home life, really.
Number 1 and number 6! Number 1 and 6! Go!
Social care talks very much about holistic approaches. This is exactly that. This is the holistic approach. This is encapsulating everybody in that family. You know, the disabled child gets an opportunity, the sibling gets an opportunity, and maybe mum and dad for the first time in their lives get a weekend with no children at all. And I think some of these kids probably go to school and mix with other children who don't accept their life, or maybe see them in town with their disabled brother or sister, and you know, they might have a feeling of being uncomfortable about that, or they may not. But a weekend like this, all of that goes away because everybody's the same as them and everybody shares the same experience as them.
This weekend has just given me a really good time, and it's just given me a really nice time away. Let me just have fun, do what kids do.
But having lived and breathed that weekend, I can absolutely say I think that was a huge, huge investment in those young people, in their future, in their feelings, and certainly in their emotional health and well-being. And whether you can actually put a budget price on that, I don't know.
Oh yeah, nothing is impossible.